back on Twitch. Yeah, it's time to go into challenge mode. Why don't we? Because we love a challenge. Oh no. Let's go into challenge mode. This is a long game. And yes, we are in challenge mode, so yeah. Sans is next! Luigi! Even though we didn't need to do that. Hello, Arc Army. Welcome back to the streams. Right now, I'm on call with some people. And yeah. One of them's my boyfriend. Anyway. This is a fun game. And we are playing it on challenge mode right now. So hopefully I can complete it on challenge mode.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid...
Oh, I had to go see my little cuz. Yeah.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
I cannot jump? Wait. What do you mean I cannot jump? How do I do it without jumping?
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
No, you have to jump. Either that or I messed up. How do I do it without jumping?
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
I don't think it's possible. Okay, you need to do it so tiny that... I see.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
You can't do it without jumping. Okay, I give up on this one. I cannot do it without jumping. Let's see. 2 jumps. And 2 of those things. Well, luckily, I shouldn't need to jump at all because... Oh, wait, never mind. I don't remember how to get out of here. How do I get out? Shoot. Oh, that's how. Did it. It's 1 out of 9.
Confirmed. You can move freely, interact with surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your patient care team. Please note that I am the standard orientation protocol and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to remind you that I am not a part of your patient care team. I do not care.
What the fudge is this? No! What the fudge is that? What the fudge is that? No! I don't think I can do it in one. I don't think that's possible. Oh crap, I restarted. I just want to see if that's even possible. Like, if I were to put it further up. No. Further up. That's possible. That's 8. That's 8 of them. I only have 1. Already messed up. Never mind, we can do challenge mode later. I give up. We're not doing challenge mode. We're doing developer commentary. 'Cause why not? Induction.
Hello, and welcome to the Superliminal Developer Commentary. I'm Albert, Game Director of Superliminal. Myself and the rest of the team will be popping up every now and then as you play. With subtitles open, you can see who is talking and what their role on the game is.
Patent-pending Somnosculpt technology provides safe and effective dream therapy.
I saw help
while you
that
rest
time.
in the
I saw
comfort
it
of our
that time.
flagship clinic. Located right next to the secondary overflow parking lot at the University Medical Center. Somnosculpt will make your dreams come true.
Now that I know how to play this game, though, this should hopefully not.
Hi, my name's Chris. I was the producer and designer on Superliminal.
Hi, this is Will O'Neill, and I was the writer on Superliminal.
Okay, so that very beginning of Superliminal is actually one of the last parts we finished. Throughout development, we created so many different introductions to the game. Not all of them were cutscenes, like that one, but we ended up feeling that that in-game video sequence offered a really smooth on-ramp that let us set the framework for what's to come. By keeping it grounded in the world, rather than just a video, we felt it to be a good way to get you situated in the game and aware of what's up.
So, when I wrote the opening line of, "Are you filled with feelings of self-doubt?" at the beginning of the game, I was definitely envisioning a player immediately, unconsciously responding with yes. And of course, the purpose of that is to sort of pull you into the idea that you're not playing a character in the game, that it's you inside this experience.
It's you.
And of course, making it clear that the clinic itself is not necessarily the safest or most prestigious place to get treated creates an immediate tension. Especially when the very first thing you do in the game is accidentally sign away all of your rights.
Is that what this is? Signing all your rights. That's what that says. You're signing your life away. It legit says, if you die, we are not liable. That's fun. I'm not signing it, though. I signed it on accident when I first played through, but yep. So, there's that. What the fudge? Got kicked out again. Rip Arc Army. Hey, Jay! Hey! How's it going? This game finna make you tweak. Have fun. I played it before. Hey, hello, CC. Can you see this? I can now. Hold on. I can now. Let's shout out Arc Army 28 and slash how are you, Jay? I've already played the game. If you want to see my first playthrough, you gotta wait until Wednesday. Or not Wednesday, you gotta wait until Saturday of next week. I'm doing good, CC. I have a new YouTube. Or not YouTube, I have a new Discord. New YouTube. That'd be interesting. My old Discord is gonna be deleted, hopefully. I'm praying it gets deleted, but I have a new Discord. So friend me, please. What the fudge?
A lot of people ask about how the resizing mechanic works. The concepts are actually quite easy. To keep an object looking the same, assume if we move the object twice as far away, it just needs to be twice as big. It's all proportional. Interestingly enough, this also works no matter what field of view you use. The hard part of this mechanic isn't the actual resizing. It's trying to figure out where the object needs to be. To do this, you need to test a weirdly shaped object with a weirdly shaped background. You're trying to find the right ratio for the object to be big enough to not touch anything, while keeping everything accurate and optimized.
Interesting. Huh. More stuff.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
Give me a sec. My old can reuse my email. Okay.
Hey, this is Matt. I did the music and sound. This very first jazz piece in the game is called I Wonder, and if it sounds at all familiar to you, that's because you just heard its melody and chord progression in the Somnasculpt TV jingle back at the start of the game, which I called Smooth Wonder.
Interesting. Well, there's that. There's nothing for this one. Wait, there is something for this one.
Hi, I'm Logan, and I'm level designer on Superliminal. A difference with the main resizing mechanic in this game is how much freedom it gives the player. This puzzle is a good example. In most puzzle games, if you put an object on a button in this scenario, the object doesn't need to be moved anymore. The key to unlock the door removes the key from the problem space. But unfortunately, in our game, you can just turn around and grab the object from any distance away.
Yep.
Therefore, we've gotten good at adding barriers in many places so people won't carry an object through all puzzles forever.
Which is smart. I tried to do that and was stopped.
Confirmed. You can move freely, interact with surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your patient care team. Please note that I am the standard orientation protocol and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to remind you that I am not a part of your patient care team. I do not care.
Thank you. Thank you for the reminder.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I performed gameplay programming on Superliminal.
When I joined the project, there weren't really any menus except the absolute bare minimum to get the player into the game, and there wasn't any keyboard support either. So the first order of business was to add proper mouse and keyboard support to the title and pause menus.
Wait.
The hardest part was supporting switching between the two on the fly.
No, it doesn't.
Because you never know when the player is going to do it, and it could lock them out of the game.
Liar.
With that foundation laid, I started working on controller support. In terms of the menus, there wasn't much work to do. The pad basically acts like a keyboard. But gameplay was quite a different story. As we approached launch, we all agreed that controller support wasn't quite up to par, and so we shipped without it, adding it around a month after launch. To make controllers feel as good as mouse and keyboard, I wrote a bunch of code to modify how controller input is interpreted. For mouse and keyboard, input is more or less one-to-one mapped to player movement. So you move the mouse and the camera turns. But that doesn't feel good with controllers. Trying to pick up a very small object, say a chess piece, could be quite finicky. In the end, I made it so looking around accelerates the longer the stick is pressed, and behaves differently based on whether you are looking vertically or horizontally, and also while you are holding an object. Probably the biggest change was a quote-unquote auto-lock feature, which draws the focus to a grabbable object as your cursor gets closer to it. All these changes culminated in controllers feeling much more accurate and satisfying.
Throughout each level, we try to give subtle hints on which objects are grabbable and which aren't. This is more of an introductory level, so it doesn't have a lot of objects. But you might notice that grabbable objects, in yellow, are complementary colors to the background colors of green and beige.
Yellow? Wait. Huh? You know what? I'm not gonna question it.
During eyelids, you will lose the ability to awaken suddenly due to realizing that this is a dream. Evidence. I have already informed you that this is a dream. You did not wake up. Please complete the remaining orientation activities.
Plus, it's nice to learn more about the game.
There's quite a bit of foreshadowing throughout this level. We wanted to hint at the mechanics that are going to come later in the game. For example, the projection, the clone, and the portal hallways later on. Little things like that feel like visual treats when you're playing this level, but serve as fun reminders when you play for a second time that we kind of told you the whole thing all along.
Yeah, you did tell us the whole thing all along. Kind of.
Hi there, I'm Steve, the art director of Superliminal. One of our main visual touchstones for this section centers around a couple of silly questions. What would someone in the early 90s dream up as a futuristic testing facility? And how could they build that on a shoestring budget with infinite time? I feel like those two questions were ones we actually asked ourselves more than once during the process of making this game.
In our corporate priorities of the meeting, a variable degree of force can and will be authorized to ensure patient safety. Please return to the orientation pathway.
You can be unique with it. What the fudge happened there? Enjoy lurking in the... Guys, I think we are energy. Enjoy lurking in the fox den, Chase. Snar, thank you for lurking. Enjoy your lurk. Make sure to press unlurk when you are unlurking.
When we were playtesting, we realized that players were getting tripped up on different aspects of the resize mechanic. So we tried to make each puzzle in this level teach a specific action. The cheese puzzle is our way of forcing players to make something from very small to very big, and the puzzle after that is the opposite. This broken window puzzle is to teach you how to make things small and fit through a hole, but at a distance, so you can't simply walk up to it.
Yep.
All environments perceived during eyelids should reflect a typical mental state. If you believe your mental state was compromised by Somnasculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your post-procedural survey. Completed surveys may be eligible for a gift card.
Dang it, it's so hard to keep it all in one corner. Here, what if I legit put it in a corner and then size it up from here? Dang it. Ugh. J to unlurk, you just press unlurk, type unlurk, and you get welcome back. That's how you unlurk. Yes, I know. Okay, just making sure. Welcome back from the Foxton. Whoop whoop! This is the police. Woo woo! This is the sound of the beast. Oh, why'd it get so small? Really? You're gonna make me do all that over again? What if I just don't? You're not going to let me. Okay. Let's see how this is. What if I make you gigantic and then I send you over? You're not gonna let me, are you? Okay, fine. What if I... And then... Dang it! Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. My bad. is it? Oh, holy crap! It came out of nowhere. And I'm now stuck. I liked it on my head instead. What? Dang it. Okay. Small block. You gotta parkour and you run on the wall, methinks. That's not possible in this game, unfortunately. Oh, I was so close. Oh, come on, man. But not so tiny. No, it's not enough. Okay. I need to make you smaller. Too small, I think. Not small enough. Try getting into the center of the block, mayhaps. I've tried. Oh, you mean like this? Oh yeah, center does work. Until it doesn't. Like now the cube and grow. I tried. It just becomes tiny if you try to do that. See? It can only grow tinier. No! Oh, man! What if I... Yes! Yes! That's exactly what I needed. Oh, thank God. That's done. Yeah, there's no developer notes here and here. This one is confusing. I don't know if there's developer notes if I keep going this way, maybe. Oh, there is. Okay, cool.
We had this looping hallway for a while, but it was very nondescript and players got confused on where they were and they would get turned around. So our artist Steve helped mock up some windows and landmarks so people can tell where they are. Immediately, we found that playtesters weren't getting lost anymore and understood the moment.
Alright, cool. Next. This one.
Our core game mechanic is so novel that we immediately drew comparisons to other quasi-sci-fi puzzle games. And since our game is about playing with and subverting expectations, we wanted to lean into that and start the first level with a kind of test chamber aesthetic and immediately break that going forward. Narratively, this space is what Dr. Pierce planned to have his dream therapy program look like before it all went wrong.
Cool. Looping hallways, they say. Yeah, I know. You think of Portal. Wait. That's the game I should add onto my list. Portal. Portal for random games.
Please stand by for polite recognition on your completion of the Somnasculpt orientation.
Portal is on Xbox, right? Hold on, let me check. Game. Cloud gaming. Let's see if Portal's on there. There's only one way to find out, and that is to search it myself. Portal. Dang it, Portal's not an Xbox game. Okay, well, I tried.
You did it. To maximize the time allotted for your therapeutic journey, please do not delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Okay. I don't quite remember what I need to do here. Oh, I need to break down something, but in order to do that, I need this cheese right here. And let's take this one down this time. We took the other one down last time, but let's take this one down. Next time we'll try and 100% the achievements, but... Oh, is there really something holding it in place? Maybe there is. Oh well, we'll take this one. Like... Or... Yes, however, Portal is a PC Steam exclusive. I didn't know! Or, you know, ask the chat, lol. Hey, why are we vandalizing this wonderful place, eh? Because it's my own mind. Get over it. Alright? Alright. You can cry about it later. Where? Okay, so I... Oh, it saves the ones you pull and empty. Okay. Well, in that case, let's see if there's some I didn't pull or empty. No. Also, no. Unless... oh, no. That was already used. Okay. I forgot about that. Guys, we are in the back rooms. Are we cooked? We're cooked.
The reason we ended up with this sleep clinic section is because we wanted to convince players that they might have actually woken up from the dream. So we don't have any dreamlike mechanics you can play with until you get to the vending machine. Later on, this becomes a hub you come back to in order to emphasize the feeling of waking up from a dream within a dream.
Ah, clever. That's why it happens multiple times, which that's empty, yeah. So, if we wanted to, we can grab this. We can burst it open. Or not. Who cares? We can...
You want the first moment of people walking into this hallway to feel different from other first-person puzzle games. This hallway is designed to feel surprisingly warm, which helps make it feel a little bit surreal and a little bit odd. Throughout the game, we're bouncing between these two feelings, the feelings of warmth and coldness.
So, my brief for the jazz part of this soundtrack was always to do my best to emulate the iconic solo jazz piano sound of the great Bill Evans. For that, I listened to an album called Alone. My process was to try to compose my own superliminal jazz standards. I fleshed out the first chorus and melody. Later on, I workshopped and recorded with my good friend John Reeves. And I'm so glad I did, because his piano skills are so much better than mine.
Game. You should watch the OG play. Did I use this one up? Yeah, I did. I pulled that. Okay. Before I do this, I want to see what they say about this. They didn't say anything about this. That's a disappointment. This is a disappointment and a half. Whatever. What about this one? Did they say anything about this one? They did not. Dang it. You already used that. Yeah, let me just like this metal door real quick. Yeah. This is how this game works. This game is really weird. Like, you cannot tell me that it's normal to just, want to use this as a freaking stepping stool, but whatever. We'll just use this. We'll just make it massive compared to everything else. And then we'll tilt it and let it drop. Yeah, that's normal. We'll tilt it even more and let it drop even more. That's totally normal. Yeah. We are not going to listen to his speech because that's just pointless. So, yeah.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and
Oh,
I'd
is he
like to talk to you about being special.
He's talking anyway.
So special, in fact, that we have
I
no
don't
idea where
care.
you are.
I don't
But not to
care.
worry, we're working on it.
I'm not worrying because I don't care. Cool. There we go. Ah, I see. I remember. And there we go. There we go. Yep, this is perfectly normal. Uh-huh. What do you mean? You don't just grab stuff and it sizes itself up? You don't do that? You know? That's not a normal thing?
Hi, my name is Ryan, and I was the principal artist on Superliminal. Optical's Pink Hotel Hallway was the first area we nailed down visually and served as a starting point for how we approached the art for the rest of the game. We wanted enough decoration for it to be interesting to the player, yet it couldn't have too much visual noise, or else the player would get lost and overwhelmed. We made interactable objects the complementary color of the surrounding environment, which helped them pop more and feel more important. After we were happy with how this part of the game felt, the rest of the locales came together much quicker, and we required less iteration.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'm just popping in to give you a quick update on where you are. We still don't know, but please keep moving forward, and hopefully you prefer frequent updates to being reminded that you are completely lost.
If you want to see that area, we've already covered that in the previous video. Make sure to watch it when it comes out. Or you can watch it on Twitch right now. But when you're seeing this on YouTube, it's no longer on Twitch.
My name is Phil Fortier, and I was the graphics programmer on Superliminal, and I also worked on some of the Easter egg design. So in this warehouse, you'll notice that there are actually 4 exits to the room, and the level geometry on the other side of the exits would actually overlap if it existed in real space. So to make the level design a little easier, we used our portal tech here. So the exits to the room when you leave the room are actually in vastly different physical locations within the level. But hopefully, it should be all seamless for the player.
Yep.
Before you grab the moon in the next room, please notice that it looks quite far away. An interesting fact is that it actually isn't that far at all. But because the moon's position is moving with your position, it seems to be infinitely far away.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and we still can't find you. But you should now have access to a series of elevators that should trigger your subconscious to gradually wake you up. You should also find a variety of emergency exit signs that should lead you to them.
So we're not going to finish
Will all of
this
this work?
tonight.
Absolutely.
We're not going to finish this today. We're just going to do like a short stream. Like maybe an hour and 10 minutes tops. So
This puzzle has the problem of requiring the room to not have a ceiling, which resulted with players wanting to escape the room. In a later update, we added a secret area above this room and a bunch of other secret areas based on where we saw players going.
You're saying if I went up there, I could have found a secret... Oh, well. I'm not going up there. Too lazy. Too lazy. We just need the moon. That's all we need. So, where is the moon? I don't remember where the moon is. Or how to spot it. Aha! There you are. That's all we need is the moon. But if you are able to make it up there, let me know how, and I will do it myself. We need this sized up a bit. There we go. It's good enough. Because this has a portal. The portal that's very much supposed to be there.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In the event that this elevator does not wake you up, please don't interact with anything that strikes you as psychologically significant, as we will no longer have any way of controlling it. For example, if you see your parents, please punch them in the face as hard as you can and immediately run away.
Actually, you might make it to 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's not a loading bar. It's not a loading bar at all. By the way, something I learned about this game is all the loading bars are fake. By the way, so they don't actually represent how much time it takes to load. They do not represent that at all.
This is an automated message for all patients who attempted to use an alternate pathway to access the next phase of Somnasculpt therapy, but who have become trapped in a dream state paradox instead. Your decisions imply a failure of orientation, which reflects negatively on the standard orientation protocol. You will rectify this failure immediately.
So the standard orientation protocol character is obsessed with proper orientation, and that makes her kind of thematically antagonistic to the idea of truth being, intrinsically tied to perspective. But to me, the fun part of it was writing her as being cruel without there being any actual malice to it. Like, she has nothing against you personally. Her programming simply can't see beyond proper orientation as being the only thing of any value to a Somnasculpt patient whatsoever.
In other words, she's flawed.
An early challenge we had for creating the art for Cubism was how to approach the space and make sense of it. We started taking it a bit too literally. For example, how could we make sense of the door being so high up? Why would it be built this way? The solution we arrived at was simply not to make sense of it, because it shouldn't. We created a simple museum aesthetic that wouldn't get in the player's way of experimenting with and enjoying the puzzles. Sometimes keeping it simple is the way to go.
Sometimes it is the way to go. Alright, let's go. So this will have a part 2. Oh, I forgot about this. Well, I don't think I can really get out now. Unless... No, yeah, there's no way to get out. Dang it. I missed out on... Oh, never mind. There wouldn't have been developer notes. Never mind. There's nothing there.
Professional tip: the average adult can only withstand 3 to 5 dreams per night. Once this threshold is eclipsed by entering more dreams, your mind will suffer an explosive mental overload, reorienting you for the emergency exit protocol. Please subject yourself to explosive mental overload.
Is that correct, by the way? Your dreams, it takes you, fudge. Is that correct?
Between the colorful dream spaces, we have these, what we call back areas. These back areas serve as the backdrop to everything. They are where the dream spaces are built, and also the service hallways in between them. We wanted to give them a colder, darker feel to contrast with other spaces in the game. But we also wanted to keep a man-made feel, as if people were just here moving things, creating these spaces, doing work a second before you arrived.
Yeah, it reminded me a little of Charlie Kaufman's Synecdoche, New York. That idea of building a world inside of another world.
I like the fact that they added developer notes. Did I get this last time? Yeah, I did get this last time. Okay. No. Not possible. Okay. I was just curious if it was possible, because I tried doing it last time and it didn't want to work.
Originally, we had little plaques indicating exhibits within the museum, but we felt it was a little bit too on the nose, so to speak. You are the main exhibit, so I imagine the players wandering around a game with an exhibit plaque hanging around their necks.
We have an exhibit plaque. That would be interesting. That'd be interesting indeed. Wait, where do I go? I can't quite remember. I think... Wait, where do we go? Wait. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Very obviously placed sign. Greatly appreciated. Alright, I know exactly where we go now. Oh wait, no. No, I don't. This goes down. This moves over. Cool. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Please note that a reluctance to volunteer for the risks associated with explosive mental overload implies a misunderstanding of all other solutions, all of which are far more traumatic and likelier to result in catastrophe. I am not capable of suboptimal suggestions. Please exit this dream as soon as possible.
Okay.
Not all of our interesting perspective moments can be built into puzzles. Some are just great moments that break your expectations. This level interprets a cube in multiple different ways, and even though none of these are difficult puzzles, they all work together to create a whole series of back-to-back surprise moments. It was fun finding the balance of making it feel like someone was messing with you, without making it feel like the cube is sentient.
Sentient cube, I can imagine. Did I already get this one? I don't know if I did. I did, okay. Just want to make sure, because I didn't get the achievement that I was supposed to get, by the way. Yeah, I got that as well. Okay. I forgot the cubes. Bunch of little bitty cubes. No developer notes on that one? Interesting. Oh, I was supposed to grab a cube. Oh well. I guess we don't need more developer notes.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and despite touring the Waterfall Serenity Zone in the previous section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt. Why do I feel like everything is going wrong, even when the sun is shining?
This level came about because we explored the idea of the game being an anthology of different stories, one story for each level. This level was the horror level, and we immediately knew what it would be about, getting the player to be scared of their own shadow. None of the scares are actually real, but the player doesn't know that right away. We scrapped the anthology idea, but this level worked so well that we kept it. One aspect we wanted to explore and draw from was movie scene cuts. Basically, how a match cut in a movie might make sense in a game. This next moment is a good example. Carefully watch the cloud in the distance. You'll see that it cuts to a new scene.
Does it? Oh yeah, it does. I didn't realize that the first time I played. Oh. Well, this is creepy. I didn't even realize there was a cloud there. In all honesty, I thought it was legit just normal. But no, we legit backrooms no-clipped into another reality. Okay. I mean, we do later in the game, spoiler alert, but I didn't realize it happened this early on into the game. Holy crap. Okay. I mean, I don't mind it, but yeah.
Boo.
Really? Just boo? Boo. Okay. That's hilarious. Boo. That's the only comment they could give. I think it's a good comment, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Oh crap, I don't remember how to get out of here. Oh, that's right. It's this way. No, I kind of want to see what happens if I fall down. Oh, cool. We just spawn right back. Dang it. That was on accident. Ah! Oh, never mind. I saw that last time. I thought I found something new. Dang it. Don't get my hopes up. I'll cry. The reason why I'm ending the stream so early is because I have friends that I want to talk with and call. So, sorry, but friends are more important
Hello,
than work.
my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk more about the feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt I mentioned before. You feel this way because you want the kind of happy life you see all around you. The kind you know everyone else is enjoying. And that's exactly why we're here to help.
I didn't see the arrow last time. That would have been helpful to know that there's no other things to find in that room. But,
Warning. You were advised to subject yourself to explosive mental overload by descending into additional dreams, but have now descended into a dream within a dream instead, disorienting yourself even further. You are responsible for failing to make this crucial distinction.
Ouch.
The object used in this puzzle was originally a flashlight, but unfortunately, because of how the mechanic works, it always placed the flashlight at the end of the room, which is not a particularly useful position for a flashlight. We tried a couple of things, but finally decided to switch to an object that could glow from both ends.
Interesting. So the flashlight hated them. No, that's right, I need to go back. Because... Oh, wait, no. Wrong direction, apparently. Oh! No, I was heading the right direction. I just didn't remember that it's here where this happens. Okay, I need to make this bigger because I can't see a thing.
Did you know that unintentional multi-dream layering occurs in less than 1% of patients? This correlates strongly with the 99% of patients who are able to follow simple instructions from the standard orientation protocol.
Ouch.
When I prototyped this part, there was going to be a shadow of a monster on the wall that turned out to be a bunch of random objects when the lights turned on. The shadow always looked silly though, so eventually the reveal became the blood actually being red paint.
Ah, I see. Interesting.
This room was one of the biggest technical challenges we had in the game.
Originally, this was one huge room, but turning our dynamic lights all on abruptly killed the frame rate, so we ended up chopping the room into smaller areas so we could hide and unhide objects from the player's view once the lights turned back on. This would lessen the amount of objects getting hit by lights at a given time, thus saving on performance.
Yeah, I remember Phil even tried teleporting the player to a completely new room, but that change-up was a bit too visually obvious, and we eventually realized that chopping up the room was the answer.
Interesting. So this didn't used to be here. Oh, that's new. I didn't see that last time. That was weird.
We wanted to do a unique alarm clock for each level, but this is the only one that survived that idea. We wanted to do a unique alarm clock for each level, but this is the only one that survived that idea.
There we go. Oh boy. I forgot we have to use the door. That happens way too fast. If only it actually gave it time.
Part of breaking expectations is changing your definition of an object. A door, which usually keeps people out, becomes a flight of stairs if it is cloned enough times.
Yeah. Just so I don't have lag or frame rate issues because this. I'm gonna head to sleep for the night, but have fun. Oh, I'm not streaming for more than 5 more minutes. But have a good evening.
Dr. Pierce requires you to note the following risks of dream overexposure. Significant memory loss, both quantitative and qualitative. Hallucinations of dreaded or annoying objects. Unrealistic beliefs about the lengths of hallways, and other side effects which have not yet been discovered or which cannot be understood.
Dang it.
Yeah, so this right-click to return sign that I bet you didn't even notice is one of the most unread signs in the game. It comes up later, and it's also one of the most unread signs in the game there, too.
What was the point of the sign? No, seriously, what was the point of the sign? Dang it. I got lucky.
Let's talk about the smiley face. Because our goal was to break people's expectations, we prototyped a lot of weird moments like these. Some of them didn't work because they felt too meta. They would actually take people out of the game experience. This one, however, stayed because it was just subtle enough and playful enough that you could see it as a bout of insanity.
Yeah, I thought I was going insane with the smiley face that showed up as a cursor. Oh, let's listen to this and then we will end the stream here.
Aside from the core resizing mechanic, I think cloning the objects is one of the more immediately enjoyable mechanics that we put into the game. When we ran playtests, this one would always have people smiling.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, here, let's see if there's one right after this. There we go. No, it doesn't look like there's one here. Okay. So, this is where we are gonna end the stream. Hope you all have a good night. And I'll see y'all in the morning. Later in the morning, I mean. Bye! Peace out.